Hello and welcome to Voicetv Nigeria. I'm your host Grant Moke to the program The Logic. Please don't forget to click on our subscribe and bell button to notify you of our future or our next episode. My name is Grant C. Moke, and together today I'm with my host Mohamed Jinadu. We are the host of the program The Logic. The Logic is a program that brings to the fore government policies as they affect citizens, and we'll do our best to leave you with facts. And please do well to send your comments as we get educated from your comments. So once again, you're welcome to the program, The Logic. Please don't forget to click on our subscribe and bell button to notify you of our next episode. Once again, you're welcome.
Good evening.
Mr. Mohammed, you're welcome.
Thank you.
All right, so Maina's case, it has been hogging the headline lately um, of how 14 billion naira was stolen from our treasury, from the public fisc. So, what's your take of this issue before we delve into other issues about this fraud?
It's another it's like Nigeria is one day one drama.
Hmm.
And
Interesting.
the shocking thing is the amount of monies you hear or you read about. It's too much. 14 billion is no joke. And if you are looking at the person allegedly that is fingered in this matter, Maina, he's not up to 60 years. What does he want to do with 14 billion? You ask. You're privileged to be a director in a place, head of a task force. You have the perk that people dream about. What else do you want in life? What else do you want? I'm sure 14 billion is just, if really that is an amount traced to him, that's utmost great. And it's a shame. I now understand why we remain the way we are.
As a country.
As a country, we're still developing for almost all the years I've known. I've been hearing Nigeria developing country. We can't develop beyond this if we keep losing money. The other day we discussed about $356 million of railway scam. We've talked about different amounts of monies. I don't understand. NDDC, you keep asking yourself, if all these monies are here, wouldn't Nigeria be better for everyone? Would we have the poverty capital here? Would we have unemployed youth here? Would we have out of school children that's about almost 20 million? Would we have those? Would we have mortality rates this high? It's a shame. Pensioners, no, it's a scandal that we just can't but talk about it.
Yeah, of course, we have to talk about it. And right now, he's been arrested. He's in. Now, the EFCC have come out to tell us how the modus operandi of how this 40 billion naira was stolen by Maina. So, can you help us to and help our viewers to reel out how this money was scattered away? Because I mean, they're not. They didn't. The money didn't just develop wings and just um, went into extinction. So some method or some process was actually followed for it to.
It's if it will, I'm sure it will sound funny to wish that we actually don't have civil service at all,
Okay.
because it's embarrassing that people we call our fathers, our uncles, our brothers, our sisters, our aunts are actually the ones that help to move these funds, these stolen funds, because no one man can steal 14 billion.
Yeah.
You must have click, it's a syndicate business,
Alive.
and you must have friends that help you move this money. Funnily, we had there's a man of repute, so to speak, that we never should be hearing his name in this kind of case, Stephen Orosanye. That's a man we thought we heard has impeccable character, but the story is a shameful one. All the works he has done just with by mention of his name to this kind of fraud has destroyed it. And a bank, if you have 5, 10,000 naira, I know how banks can block your funds, and someone had those kind of funds in the bank, and they could not help this country. Because look, once there's no Nigeria, no bank can exist. You need a country to have an institution. And you think you're housing for, stolen funds, forgetting that you're hurting one of your own, probably your uncle, probably your aunt, probably your younger brother or your sister, or your dad. Because rather than have a reform that will touch lives, that will be innovative to meet modern day standard, we're actually killing the little thing we have for one man. Like I said, the modus operandi, if you from what the EFCC investigator build out, are the same old styles in all these fraudulent cases you hear everywhere. The MDAs is actually it's just it's just so soaked with fraudulent cases, and it's a shame. Payment to fake pensioners. Are we now having ghost workers again? It's another name for ghost worker. Now they mention non-existing contract, the usual thing. If you tell them put this money in TSA, come and request when you need. What concerns pension with the giving out contracts? Are you there to build? You're to safeguard and work out how pensions will be paid faster. Your job is not to supervise block works. Why are you giving contracts? Now the third one, legal payment to issue, that's even the funniest. National Union of Pension. What is now it's a shame. The union that should be protecting these same workers is actually stealing from them. And this, I don't know how people sleep at night. The fourth one is illegal payment of association. Retired federal civil servant. Like I said before, I have been one person that if I have my way, let's not just have civil service at all, because they've not really helped. Is the truth about it? One, you have stopped passionate, innovative, creative young people to get involved in civil service. You that have been there have done nothing but steal and aid stealing. Is the truth about it? But 14 billion didn't just, like you rightly said, didn't just grow wings and walk through the door or walk through the door. Someone did something to it, moved it through the wires. That just was, it's embarrassing. And I don't know, my brother, I see that the Maina is a shame. If you look at Maina, does he look like one who's hungry? What does he want to do with 14 billion? What really does he want to do with 14 billion? Tomorrow, if we had not been caught, he will bring out such amount of money to run for governorship, run for presidency. And imagine if now, as a director, you're stealing 14 billion. Let's put it allegedly right now. And you now become the governor of a state. It means you'll be going with over 600 billion. Because I don't know what he wants to do with money. What does he want to buy? I'm just asking.
It's a shame, really. Honestly, it is a shame. But here's what it is. I'm sure this is not the last case. Unfortunately, this is not the last case of corrupt case we're going to still witness in the country, right? Of course, I know you don't work with the EFCC, but what do you think as for the anti-graft agencies, right, to do for us to, because like you said, we can't continue losing monies like this. Our treasury cannot continue to bleed like this because it's affecting every sector of the economy: education, health, infrastructure, and all. So from, like I said, from the anti-graft agencies, from the government, from the people, how do we at least reduce these corrupt cases to the barest minimum?
Before I actually delve into that, let me even now reel out some of the companies they open.
Please.
Now, you hear cluster logistics. I don't have a problem with you running a company, but you'll be amazed. You haven't even employed these Nigerians that you've made suffer by stealing these funds. Now, I'm not sure cluster logistics has done some, I've never heard of it before. I've never heard of Due Investment. I've never heard of Congolo Dynamic Cleaning Services. Are you telling me Benana wants to become a cleaning service? I don't understand. What does he need that for?
So obviously, this
These are
components
just,
we're
it's
used to.
just the numerous ways they now they fill in this company application space, because I'm not sure he needs all of this, if not to move money. And it's not just the only one. It's not just the only one. Like I said, if you hear the Orosanye one, it's a shame that an old man, so to speak, would actually be involved or allow himself to be involved in such manner, a case of fraud. Now, EFCC, I think we will say thank you very much, and we will still say please, amongst you are bad eggs. Look, it's no a hidden truth that some of the officers actually sabotage the works of very good, well-meaning EFCC office personnel, because you'll be shocked if you really dig deep. You'll find out the officers are involved. Some of the officers are involved, because nobody can move such amount of money. It should have raised the flag. It should have raised the flag. And I don't understand. It's just, my brother say it's Nigeria has gotten to the point that we must. I know it's. I don't want it to be like you're so angry that we go back to the streets and things get out of hand. But we must be calling people out. It's not just calling them out from the comfort of your house. Probably when you protest, go to that ministry, go to that department or agency, call the man out, let him step out. He's serving you. If the job is too much for him, let him leave. Because the job is, we're not saying don't enjoy the park. The park is enough for you. You don't share it with other people. It's your office. You enjoy the park. They give you security. They give you a good house. They give you everything you need to do the job. Not to use those tools to steal our money. Because now tell me, what was the reform he made? If you could take 14 billion, and I'm sure this is just a tip. Probably if we go through other investigation, you hear other amounts of money somewhere. And it's so embarrassing, really. It's just to call the conscious of the consciousness of all our people that look, Maina is one of our own. It's not an American that came to steal this money.
He's not an alien.
He's not a Nigerian man. So sometimes, not that we're trying to say those that agitate wrongly have a case, but imagine if a person who is not patient, who is not willing to follow through within to work within the confines of law. Once he hear 14 billion, he will probably look for a weapon, an arm, to go pick it, to go probably how he could get some of these. Because 14 billion, I'm sure if we have 14 billion here, we would, I don't know. I can't imagine for the life of me what anybody would want to do for 14 billion. Stashed in one place. I can't. If you're using it to create industries, employ, as much as we will frown at it, we will say, okay, you're developing your community or society. But trust me, you will never see anywhere he has employed 2,000 people, because 14 billion should be able to employ over 50,000 people conveniently. Conveniently. But I don't know what he wants to do with this money. You want to give your child school better than what is already on earth? Your child can't go to heaven to school. He has to go to one of the schools here. You want them to have the best exposure. He can't get it better than the ones already on earth. So he has to take what he can from the exposure. So I don't know what they want to do with money. So we must just keep talking about it. And then hope someday someone has a conscience to say, oh, we've hurt these people too much. Let's stop now. Let's stop now. But really, the civil service has not helped anybody. They've been churning out people that are fraudulent. The truth about it.
Well, thank you very much, Mohammed. You've spoken extensively about this particular issue. So we must continue to talk about it, because it is our country. We can't leave the development of this country to someone else, right? So we'll continue to talk about these issues, and hopefully this issue will not be swept under the carpet like other cases. So the last solution has been.
He has.
So continue.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's just like a joke. He has Congolo Dynamic Cleaning Service, so he could sweep it under the carpet.
Okay. All right. That's on the lighter note. All right. So thank you very much for joining us. We'll continue to talk about this issue. We're going to follow this issue extensively and also furnish the audience with data development about this particular issue. Like you said, 14 billion naira is not a small money. It's not small money. So we have to continue talking about this issue to see how far we can be able to get back this money. Because this is our money. It's the taxpayers' money. It's Nigerians' money, not Mr. Maina's money. So thank you very much, viewers, for watching. Please don't forget to click on the subscribe and the bell button to notify you of and also your comment, please. Because do well to send in your comments and we'll pick it up from there. Thank you very much for joining us. See you next time on the program, The Logic. Bye bye.
All right.